What's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking a look at one of the newest Super Sugos, well, not Super Sugo, anniversary exclusive legends that has released for the 9th anniversary, being ODEN and TOKI. Now in today's video we're taking them into some PvP, but we're also taking Luffy Yamato into some content and PvP as well. As wonky as Luffy Yamato is, I actually think that they are still incredibly powerful, and with ODEN and TOKI, in my opinion, they are the epitome of wonky, and playing into the wonkiness of both Luffy Yamato as well as ODEN TOKI has seemingly given us the best results and been the most fun. So in today's video, this is the team that we are showcasing. I've tried to stick to a quick strength kind of build that's also very rainbow centric. So Luffy Yamato, they boost everyone, and then they extra boost Free Spirit. Carrot boosts the base classes of Fighter, Slasher, Striker, and Shooter. Jack is a rainbow unit. Tesoro is a rainbow unit. And then ODEN and TOKI boost everyone, and then Strength and Quick with their ability. Now, big downside to dual units that boost colors is that, unfortunately, they don't boost themselves, which is very, very annoying. Plus, they're not boosting Luffy Yamato, who's technically a strength unit. So it's a little bit of a downside there, but this particular team was a lot of fun and was a great showcase for Luffy Yamato as well, because Carrot and the combination of Tesoro giving cooldowns gives you so many Luffy Yamato like specials. The 30% cooldown reduction that Carrot can give on top of the cooldown reduction that Tesoro has in his passive is just so much fun to play around with, and if you survive until like the last 60 to 50 seconds, Luffy Yamato can easily pop their special off within 2 to 3 times. Sometimes you can get 4 specials off in an entire match. Now, normally you just kill everything by that particular point, but it was really, really cool to showcase that, because with ODEN and TOKI's haste ability, on top of their extra bulk for the entire squad, this team was actually a lot of fun. However, the team is nothing crazy. It's not a team that you're going to run up against like the Dex Challenge Pell, or take on the big int-driven quick meta team. Hell, it probably won't even work that well against the tanky Slasher team and all those other crazy striker teams running around, but it's definitely a team that I am probably going to use a lot in the early stages of PvP to like whittle down to like the championship level, because around that sort of 5,000 mark, this team like just does absolute work, provided you have Tesoro, Carrot, and Jack all level limit break 4 to get the maximum out of their PvP abilities. But as I was saying, ODEN and TOKI, they give HP level 6, speed level 6 to the entire squad. Then they give strength and quick to teammates, attack up level 6, recovery up level 6. When HP is 50% or below, they give themselves level 3 CT speed up. Now, the idea with this unit is you really want to get them below 50%, because in their special, they give a 100% chance to haste to your entire squad, provided you're below 50%. And I've had a lot of very, very satisfying matches where we've gotten to a very low HP, ODEN and TOKI pop off, everyone's got their specials ready to go, and it gives me vibes of the old Straw Hat Crew days, where you just absolutely decimate everything after popping off a Straw Hat Crew special. They also do large horizontal range attack for 4 times damage, and they have a 100% chance to action bind for 5 seconds. Now, the 100% chance to action bind is awesome, but obviously if the enemy is just immune to action bind, it's completely useless. So ODEN and TOKI being a Free Spirit and a Slasher unit means that they do work quite well on both Free Spirit teams and Slasher teams. But like I said at the start of the video, it feels that just feeding into the wonkiness with this particular character is going to maximize your fun. They're not going to be a go-to unit for the Slasher team. They're not going to be a go-to unit for the Free Spirit team. They're not going to be a go-to unit on a Strength or a Quick team, because like they can't replace both ODEN and TOKI on that Strength team, and Quick Slashers or Quick Free Spirit really doesn't exist right now. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun with the character and run some of these other units that are just very powerful in Rumble, but just sort of don't really fit in anywhere as well. Namely, like Carrot, for example. Bringing Carrot back from the old Slasher days, getting that 30% CT reduction has just been absolutely a blast. And Luffy Yamato being so goddamn wonky as well, just feeding into all of that has just been really, really fun. Now, we did find this very strange Dex team. It's not the best Dex team, and obviously, if you're running like Whitebeard and Roger, it's a very easy clap. But I do understand what these guys going for with the Soul Stall strat. So I really wanted to test the final stages of the fight against this particular team, because I thought this would be the best place to show what Odin and TOKI can do with that 100% chance to haste. As you can see there as well, Luffy and Yamato on this team pop their special off in the first 29 seconds, which is massive because you really need them to go exactly on that 50-second mark to really maximize them again in the back end. With Tesoro, with Jack getting defense up, this particular team can last until the 50-second mark. It definitely can. It does struggle a little bit against like Versakainu and the HP cutting quick driven meta with all its fixed damage and HP cuts. And it definitely struggles, obviously, against the big Dex comp, as well as, like, the int-driven top music of shenaniganry. But, against some of these other sort of, like, team comps, stuff like Strength, most Psy teams, if Psy didn't get that stupid luck of, like, Yamato half-statting everyone and then Odin hitting everyone, like, bad luck, it did really, really well against Psy teams. Definitely worked great against Strength teams, and even, like, majority of the quick teams that weren't that sort of disgusting quick-driven team, it definitely worked against as well. But Jack giving the HP cuts, giving the defense up, and then Tesoro giving defense up with his special, basically just gives you enough bulk to get to this sort of like 60 to 40 second mark. And then once you do that, you have that ability to just pop off Luffy and Yamato. And if you're below 50% with Odin and TOKI, which sometimes you are, most times you're not, but when you are, you can do some really, really crazy things. Now, as you can see, Luffy and Yamato, they do absolute tidbits with their damage. In the back 50 seconds, they go absolutely crazy. They have level 18 special cooldown in the last 30 seconds. So getting their special towards the back end of the fight is absolutely, like, insane. Now, once Dofi goes here, I think this is a perfect example of what happens when you're below 50% with Odin and TOKI. Because now Odin and TOKI is sitting at 21 cooldown. Carrot gives them the special charge to 30%. Now they're ready to go. They're going to pop their special off. Everyone's going to get haste, and this is where stuff gets absolutely nutty. Luffy Yamato goes straight to the top of the list, and then we say goodbye to the rest of the team. Dofi against the world, it just ain't happening for your Doffers. So whilst that ability is super cool, it's super fun, it's super interesting, it's just something that stereotypically you're just never going to see. Like, getting below 50% and then getting them to pop their special off at the right time whilst everyone else has their specials, it just doesn't seem crazy viable unless you're in sort of the last 50 seconds and teams have become disjointed and stuff like that. However, when it does work, it does absolute bits, but you really need to make sure when you are team building with this particular character that you can actually get the 50% to proc without taking too much damage, and then having a unit like Dofi or Luffy Yamato or Wybit and Roger, someone like that can go absolutely berserk if you give them that haste ability. It's what made Straw Hat Crew V2 so strong on top of their revive. But all in all, this particular team was so much fun. I had a lot of fun using Carrot because that 30% cooldown just went absolutely crazy. We got very unlucky on this fight actually. Carrot went after everyone had their cooldowns, but stereotypically, the perfect situation goes Jack, Luffy Yamato, Tesoro, Odin TOKI, and then Carrot at the end to give everyone back their 30% cooldowns, and then you can do absolute crazy stuff. But as you can see, with the HP cut of Jack going off, the damage from Luffy Yamato, even everyone getting action bind, you can still do some really, really cool stuff with a very wonky-ass team that includes Odin and TOKI. I would love to see them on a strength team, but look, replacing both Odin and TOKI just doesn't seem super viable. In Grand Party, though, definitely an option because you need to run 3 teams. And obviously, Quick is so like littered with driven and powerhouse units that this particular character doesn't really find a home there either. So the final clip of the video is actually against the challenge fight over on the single matches against Pell. Arguably the hardest piece of content in the game, and arguably the hardest PvP challenge. Over 100,000 CP and an absolute disgusting lineup. But when you feed into that wonkiness that I spoke about earlier, and just chuck a whole bunch of exceptional PvP characters together, you end up with something that looks like this. Whitebeard and Roger, in my opinion, the best PvP character in the game. Jack, an absolute monster as a defensive unit with his HP cuts and his defense up. Shanks Crew 6+, the best PvP 6+ in the entire game, besides maybe Dofi. Definitely the best PvP dual unit 6+. Exceptional at giving defense and HP cuts to any team that he goes on. You can literally just chuck Shanks Crew on any team, and as soon as you hit that 70-second mark, you just got so much bulk. Like, you just so much bulk. And it doesn't even matter. Like, you're not losing your entire squad before that 30 seconds is down. So having Shang-Chu is so goddamn viable. Whitebeard and Roger, they're basically going to kill 2 units every single time they use their special. On top of that, they do nice HP cuts. And then you have really good damage with Luffy, Yamato, and ODEN and TOKI. And if you get that haste ability off, you have a bunch of very, very powerful specials proccing and absolutely tearing through the lineup. Now, as you can see, we're in the 40 seconds here, and we've already taken out 3 of their units, technically, because they have a revive with Luffy. Now, this particular team has had a lot of success through my alliance, so if you guys are struggling with this PvP challenge and you have this build, try it out and let me know how you guys go in the comment section below. You do want to make sure that your order is the same as what you see here. I tried a couple of runs where I had Roger Whitebeard at the back, Luffy Yamato at the front, Shanks crew in the second spot, not the fourth spot, and I just kept losing. And then as soon as I switched, this was the first run, and it absolutely just tore through the lineup, which was absolutely wild. So let me know how you guys go if you try this team. But it's just interesting to see that PvP is in such a strange spot that you can just chuck a whole bunch of exceptional PvP characters on the team, and it just works. Synergy seems to have gone out the goddamn window, and with like class meta like starting to become a thing, with like color meta starting to phase out because of all these dual unit 6+s, it's really interesting to see what Rumble has become, and be a little bit wary if you do see these wonky ass teams floating around as defensive teams, because when you do stuff like that, it's absolutely bonkers. But that's going to wrap up the video anyway. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on ODEN and TOKI and PvP in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, let me know about Luffy Yamato. I do understand both these characters are exceptionally wonky, and I do feel that our expectations early were completely skewed, because on paper, they seem way better than what they actually are in practice. But belt the like button, belt the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's